Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're still on the topic Junior Pope. I think today we'll be having a little discussion on the wife because last week I was told or I was asked by a few subscribers to talk about the wife and also shed more light on what's hovering around her, the accusation hovering around her, which has to do with infidelity. But the truth is, I don't have much information to that at the time. So I told them I need to do my research. I just don't want to come out here and do some speculations. So I need to do my research, which I think I gathered just a little bit of information, which I would like to share with you guys. But before then, a very important message which led to all of this, or which triggered all of this, is something I really want to start with. And it happens to be a message from a guy called Dave Ogbeni. According to him, he said he was with Junior Pope a day before his demise. That's, they were together drinking the night before the boat accident. And he said he had the following conversations with Junior Pope. Please pay attention. On the day before the boat accident, this was Dave Ogbeni tweeting out. He wrote this message after the accident. On the day before the accident, Junior Pope and I were drinking together after watching Arsenal Bayern Munich match. He said, "Dave, I think it's time I told the bloggers my story." I said, "Bro, it hasn't gotten to that. We can settle this without the world knowing." He looked me in the eyes and said, "What do you mean? Since December, I am dying gradually, and you are telling me not to tell the world. If I die, you will be the one to tell the world my story." Then he died the next day. "When it is time, I will speak for the world to hear." That was what Dave Ogbeni said. He said, when it's time, I will speak for the world to hear. I think that's one aspect I'll be talking about later on in this video. But a lot of people related this, what Dave Ogbeni actually said, to the wife's infidelity, in the sense that he was dying gradually out of depression. That's one. Or two, they said the end case, which was the boat accident, was out of punishment. It was a punishment from the gods of their land in Ukehi. Because the truth is, Nsukka is one region, or is one town in Enugu State that frowns seriously to infidelity. True. Now let's start with the first one. Like I said, I'll come back to Dave Ogbeni later on. Let's start with the first one. The first one is depression. Yes, it's true. One can suffer depression, because the truth is, let me say this to you. It's not the act of cheating that is the problem. It's not the knacking that is the problem. The truth is, it's about the broken trust. It's about the fact you can't trust this person again. It's about the fact that the one you trusted so much turned around to stab you in the back. It's about deceit. So it's very painful. It's very, very painful. So in such situation could lead to depression. Heavy depression. Depression that most times you can't even come out of. That's just the truth. Now, on the other hand, the traditional repercussion of it. I think on that note, maybe I should illustrate my own point with a story. This is a true story, so I would like you guys to pay good attention, but I will use fictitious names to tell the story. So let me tell my story. Not my story, a story. In Enugu State lived a couple named Emeka and Ngozi. Like I said, fictitious names. They were admired by many in the community for their love and devotion to each other. And a very good Christians. However, they faced a persistent issue in their relationship that they could not overcome. And what was that issue? Bedroom issues, knacking issues. Emeka was a hardworking man, fully engrossed in his business and often preoccupied with his responsibilities. He had to do this to put food on the family's table. This left Ngozi feeling neglected and unfulfilled in her sexual desires. Additionally, even when he was available, Emeka was not as skilled in bed as Ngozi's previous partner, adding to her dissatisfaction. In short, he was not her sexual match. When Emeka discovered his wife's infidelity, he was devastated, his heart shattered. But deep down, he still loved Ngozi and wanted to salvage their relationship, especially because his church frowned at divorce for whatever reason. Therefore, he chose to overlook her actions. Despite his pains, and despite that it had become obvious to the public that she was cheating. However, news of Ngozi's affair reached Emeka's parents, who held strong connections to the customs and traditions of Enugu, or of their town. According to this ancient tradition, when a wife cheats, she must be divorced, or specific rituals must be performed to protect the husband and their children from the potential consequences of adultery. The ancestors did not tolerate such acts and were believed to strike with death, starting with the man, then the children. And finally, the cheating wife. Swollen all over, it is an ancient law, but with an ever-current efficacy. Nevertheless, Emeka refused to carry out the rituals, believing that forgiveness alone was sufficient. As time went on, an invisible dark cloud settled over their household, casting a shadow of misfortune and tragedy. Their children fell ill, and Emeka's health deteriorated. Realizing their mistake, Emeka sought the help of the community elder, but it was too late. Since Ngozi did not deny her infidelity, the rituals could have protected their family from the spiritual consequences believed to have been brought about by the cheating wife, that's Ngozi. However, Emeka's persistence in his refusal, claiming that his forgiveness and the blood of Jesus had washed away the past, the weight of his decision burdened Emeka's consequences as he witnessed the devastating consequences that befell his family. Regret consumed him, and he came to realize the gravity, underestimating the spiritual implication associated with their cultural beliefs. Today, the entire family rests in forgotten. That's the entire family, don't buy. Graves as a result of Ngozi's unabsolved infidelity. I hope they are in heaven now, singing hallelujah. You heard my story, and I believe you understood the story. Now let's relate it to where Junior Pope comes from, which is Ukehe. Ukehe has this ceremony called Ikpu Eku. Ikpu Eku. I don't know if I pronounce it well. It is Ikpu. That's IKPEKWU. It's a ceremony. It's a traditional wedding ceremony. This ceremony is meant for the wife. That's if you're wherever it is, you're from Ukehe marry outside, or you're from Ukehe marry Ukehe person. It's meant for the wife, which is usually conferred on any married woman from the husband's family during cooking period. The only person who is responsible to confer this Ikpu Iku on the married girl is any married daughter in the groom's family or the clan. She does that by touching the newly married girl's hand with a pot guiding stone or half-burnt firewood as she was cooking in the kitchen. When this is done, the girl's action as the bride is to shed tears of joy, showing that from that moment onward, she is confined with the customary bylaws of a married woman. She automatically faces the wrath of the gods of the land, which may result in instant madness or acute sickness, as the case may be if she commits adultery. Now, this is on the premise that she tends to hide the act of cheating. This is what befalls her. She gets sick, acute sickness, till she confesses, as in she goes through that torture till she confesses. But now, what if the man is aware and he keeps sleeping with the wife, eating her food and everything, and dining, whining with her, and he's fully aware that the wife is cheating? In that case, the man loses his life. And other consequences, like they might also as well lose their children. Another kettle of fish to this is, what if your husband is late and you decide to have sex with another man under your husband's roof? Or you're still your bride price with your husband, which the bride price paid by your husband is still valid. In this case, you will lose your first son. Those are the traditional laws from where Junior Pope is from. But the truth and bottom line to all of this is, most churches today discourages the act of appeasing the gods, which most times leads to death of many. So for me, I think if you be Christian, why just day your day, so that you no go appease any gods, Now, with these few stories of mine, it brings me back to Dave Ogbeni, my brother. Now, because of you actually self, I didn't even do this thing. You see, if waiting I talk, if the story where I talk right now, they in relation to waiting Junior Pope tell you, my brother, speak up. Because from what I just read, even the children might be at stake at some point. Even if you don't want to come out public, why don't you confide in a senior member of the family? But I think it's best you come public, because Junior Pope, wanted to go public. He has reason why he wanted to go public. So that's just my advice for you. So that we no go dey say we dey mourn one month past one. I don't know if you understand me, Dave Ogbeni. This is not just brotherly advice I say make I give you. Because if somebody fit trust you that much, him believe, he said, if I die, you will tell my story. That means he wants you to tell his story as soon as he's gone. Because the truth, now say, you get one point now where you say, you they keep this thing. For me now, I see I'm like, say you they do shakara with the story. You get one point where you go want talk this thing, nobody self go want listen to you. You get one point where you go want talk this thing, everybody go feel say I don't pay you to come talk nonsense, maybe the real thing you want talk again. It just be like Mohbad case when Prime Boy had the opportunity to say what he had to say what transpired in the car. When he had his first interview with TVC in the hot the information. Now he won't say him. Nobody even want hear him again. The fact that nobody want hear him again. Wumi don't go police station, go press charges. Say Prime Boy, Mohbad father don't pay Prime Boy to come defame her. Assassinate her character, talk with him no happen. So you see say Prime Boy right now, he's tied. He don't know where to stand because why? What he supposed to do for beginning, now what he want come do for end. So my brother, you have the whole up now where the hot. Just do them. Speak it out and go and rest. What anybody want to say about it, not their problem. Just say it and go and rest. That's my best advice. So just say it and go and rest and keep your peace and your peace. You know you fulfilled your friend's last request because that was his last request. You know you fulfilled it and you'll be very happy with yourself. No come they say I'm later on. There will be some mixtures to the whole story. Everything that you don't dilute them, they don't dilute them. So don't come up with that. Don't do that, bro. Carry out your friend's last wish. If you listen to my story, I just said. Now coming to the aspect where we say I really did peace with Junior Pope's wife. On the very day Junior Pope passed away, she was at the morgue, that was at the hospital. She was present there when Junior Pope's body was kidnapped and taken to the shrine. I believe she alone could stop that movement because it was so sick. It was so bizarre. It was not warranted. For me, it was an evil plot. It was an evil plot, an evil plan. And this evil plot happened right before her nose. I think that's one aspect I know. I'm not happy with her. Although some people could justify the fact that at that point she was devastated and she just wanted anything possible for her husband to come back to life. But for me, no. Now, I go start to talk about TC virus. But the truth is, TC virus shown in small scar we he get. And he had to go as far as going to the hospital to get a tetanus injection. Not to talk about Junior Pope, that an alarm was raised that in leg they shake, in hand they shake, instead they are alive. That needed more medical attention, if that was the case. But I knew it was an evil plot. At that point, Junior Pope had gone. But they just had to raise the alarm to achieve an evil plan. But just in case his hand shook, don't you think he needed an immediate medical attention? Like I said, see small scratch where TC virus show you. Now he may rush go collect tetanus injection before he come back. Then person will need urgent medical attention, then they rush and go shrine. To the same herbalist, we then claim say bring and come out from water. The herbalist no know say you get waiting in go do immediately and bring and come out from water, may get life. So madam, now that place you no try. Only you was enough to stop that movement. You were the wife. The law recognized you as the wife. Only you self, you take that decision whether your husband go move or not. Even if the crowd dey 2 million, if you say make your husband no move, he no go move. Nobody go carry him. Nobody go carry him. Anybody will carry him like kidnap. But you stood there and they forcefully took him away. Man, that's not just there, man. I fault you. But that being the case, let me remind my audience, I am not accusing Junior Pope's wife of infidelity, because as a matter of fact, Dave Ogbeni has not said anything. Junior Pope's family has not said anything. She, the wife, Junior Pope's wife, has not said anything. And there is no proof. So please, I only read out what I read as part of the cautions, implications. So I'm not trying to say she's cheating or she's not cheating until we have proof. For now, enjoy your day, enjoy your week. Thank you very much.